I also especially want to say thank you to our mayor, Georgia Lord, for coming tonight, Councilmember Joanne Osborne, Councilmember Sherry Loretano, Councilmember Bill Stipp, Councilmember Joe Pizzillo. Am I missing anyone? So thank you so much. The council members are often double and triple booked, so we really appreciate you coming and saying hello and seeing all the work we've done over the last 18 months. I also want to thank our city manager, Brian Dalkey, for being here tonight. And I personally just want to extend a thanks. We have some tokens of appreciation we're going to share with you in a minute, but it has just been an absolute pleasure working with all of you. I mean, when I started this as a staff member, I was kind of, how is this process going to go? And every single person on the committee has just, it's been so wonderful to get to know all of you. It's been so great to work with you. It's made my job so easy. And so just thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. But I am going to invite Brian to say a few words to us first, too.
Okay, thank you. And actually, I do have some things I want to say. But I'm going to ask our council, you know, they were recognized, but certainly I know that they want to say a couple of words each. I'm going to go out of protocol a little bit because I know Councilmember Stipp is on his way out to another appointment. So, Bill, if you want to go first.
Thank you, appreciate it. I did not want to let the opportunity go by without coming by to say really a very heartfelt thank you to everyone and the families for the sacrifice that you've really gone through the last 18 months. Yeah, I was trying to do the math in my head when we sat and did the appointment and sit here with the interview for the chairs and that whole process. And to you, it probably seems longer than 18 months. To me, it doesn't seem like it was 18 months ago, but. I know as when I was on the city, working for the city as on staff, was the last time we went through the general plan update. And as a staffer, it really almost didn't seem to matter that we were going to go in the direction we were going to go, and that was just the way it was going to be. And to see what this group has accomplished in this period of time and the plan that you put together, and really now truly understanding the impact that this general plan is going to have on us as a community is enormous. And you know, for me personally, I cannot thank you all enough for what you've done and what you've sacrificed, and more importantly, what plan you're giving us to move this city forward. And I think one thing we all found out when we interviewed was there's not a single person in this room who doesn't care and love about this city, or love for it. And that's amazing to me. So thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to bust up the protocol. But as Katie mentioned, we're double and triple booked, and my wife and I have, after 28 years. 28 years, we're still taking date night. So we are. So we're going to hit the road. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks. Mayor?
Well, Bill said a great deal, and I have to say ditto, 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 but I will tell you it is a sacrifice. But you worked with Leslie Dornfield, and Leslie and I worked together on the City Center Committee, which was a little bit longer than 18 months, I think. So I knew you were in the best of hands to develop this program. I've stayed away from you. I haven't come to any of your meetings. I didn't want my big mouth in here. I didn't want to influence anybody. I wanted this to be your plan, the plan of the public's. And so I'm excited to really get to know all the portions of it. I'm excited about us having to live it and make some changes in what we've been doing. So again, I want to thank the relatives, the wives, the children, the husbands. It's a big sacrifice, and you're away from home a lot, and it's fast meals at night, and it's inconvenient for everybody. But your inconvenience has paid off, and your name is going down in history. But you don't realize that each of your names will be attached to this forever. So you're leaving a great legacy. So once more, thank you very much.
Vice Mayor Joe Pizzillo.
You know, I had an opportunity to get around and personally thank some of you, and I wasn't able to get around to all of you, but, you know, it's our citizens, to me, that make this a great community. You know, when I look back at the 20-some, I think it's 20-some thousand hours of volunteer hours, and that's not even counting what you did, that people put in from the ballpark to our VIPS programs to, you know, working at various, you know, offices, help us get through the recession with all those volunteer hours. And every time we've asked our citizens to step up, they do. And that, to me, is what makes this a great community and a really heartfelt, and I know it's going to be said again and again, but I really personally deeply appreciate everything you're doing, because without your efforts, we wouldn't have this community called Goodyear. And again, thank you all for stepping up. You know, like I tell my students, I teach at the college, there's opportunity costs. You could be somewhere else other than here with your families and doing it. For 18 months, you chose to contribute to this city. And to that, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Joanne Osborne.
Well, there's not much left to say, but thank you. You know, what was really eye-opening, though, is that looking at this group of people, you know, just like our city, you guys are a diverse group. I mean, we have all ages and everything, and that's wonderful because our city is blessed with diversity, and I'm excited about that, and I'm glad that, you know, I've heard from quite a few of you that it was like each one of you had a special item that you really wanted to put in there, and it was all welcomed, and you all made this meshed type of plan, and so that's really exciting. You know, the other cool thing, too, is that I don't know if you really think about it sometimes, but, you know, we're kind of the people that others are envious of. Because we're a city that's only, 10%, 11% built out? I mean, we're setting how the future of this city is going to look. Not everybody gets that opportunity, and so that's really cool that we've had this available to us to look at. And I appreciate hearing all your voices and all your time, and I was actually on planning and zoning in the 2001 or 10 years, so 2003 plan that was done. And I tell you, that was, you know, at the height of some of our building, and to see that plan and now to see what you guys have put into it, I know that you've really been able to look at what's most important to you all. So thank you very much, and Sherry, we can add something more? Go ahead.
Councilmember Sherry Loretano, there you go.
Your lawyer talk.
What do I add to this? Thank you all. It's just absolutely wonderful that you all contributed. I was also on the City Center Committee, and what I always tell Georgia with that is I was pregnant with my daughter when we planned it, and she's 9 now, okay? So that's kind of like, you know, we have these plans, and they will come to fruition. I look at our city, and what you have done is you have built the roadmap for the future. I see a lot of children here, and you've built the roadmap for our city, for those children and their children's children, and how we're going to grow. We are the shining star in the desert. I really believe that. I've lived in Arizona all my life, and when I grew up in North Phoenix, people were like, where's Goodyear? You know, it was a little white spot, even when I moved here. And you see how far we've come and how far this plan is going to take us. And I really believe that it's your hard work, and like Vice Mayor Pizzillo said, you know, it's our citizens that make this city great, and when we all work together, we can do amazing things, and this is an amazing plan, an amazing city, so thank you to you all.
So I'm going to wander around just for a moment, and I'm not going to go a lot longer because so much was said, but a couple of facts I just wanted to point out. And so there were a total of 21 meetings, and I understand a lot of them lasted until about 9 o'clock in the evening. So talking about time away from the family, you're absolutely there. We talked about 18 months. It actually started October 9th. So it's been a journey, and the destination is, you know, up in front of us now. The other is what was very interesting, because you've heard about the profound respect we have for your time. 42 other public meetings were held with HOAs, clubs, neighborhoods, transportation subcommittee, et cetera. 42 other meetings, if you really think about that. And then the other is, I know you have idea champions, if you had an idea, you were allowed to present it, and, and I think that really added to the kind of the brain trust and the ideas as far as how that circulated around. So, just incredible. Chuck, thank you for your leadership, as a chair. And the other is, also want to, it was said, as far as staff working on this, and I do want to recognize our staff, Sherry Wakefield Signs, Hector Tapia, Joe Schmitz, Bobby Fulbright. I don't know why I'm reading this, because I know you guys. Guess what, I'm missing one. But especially Katie, and here's what I'm going to ask you. Katie had a lot of work on this, a lot of, and obviously that this was her baby. Great staff to work with and management to work with. What do you think about Katie? And of course, you, Leslie, is our facilitator and consultant on this. Thank you. You're kind of, you know Peter right now. You've been around, but you continue to work with us. But just lastly, a couple other observations. I had a chance to chat with some of my, I don't want to say old buddies, but folks I've known for a long time. Yep, they're already turning their heads. George and Todd. I've been here now 20 years as of last week. So I've had a chance to work with them. One of the things they said to me before they started is, this is very different now. It was very different working with our team, our internal team, that we are developer friendly. We are open to ideas. It's development working with the city. And that's got to be the way that we create a community with working together and not separate. And it was great to hear that, as you guys said that today, because it's a mindset we're trying to change the culture of this organization. And we're getting there. That too is a journey, but do appreciate that as well. So with that, the general plan, as you know, is a Bible on how we develop. It is a document, as you stated, that it is something that we will use. And we have other plans: transportation, parks, focus on success for economic development. These don't sit on a shelf. We have a staff and a team that are taking these. We're going to run with them because the public is spoken, the communities have spoken. We take that to heart. We're going to work it. So thank you for helping out the community, and I'll turn it back over to this one. Thank you.
Thank you, and just to echo again, it's just been so great working with you all, and, there was some talk about how much time you put in, and I don't know if someone actually said the number, because I added it up. 2,000 hours is in this room, and just on this committee. I know many of you are on other committees. So you said 20,000 for the city? Yeah, add 10% just from this group here. That's your time in the meeting, your time doing your homework I gave you every month, coming to other meetings, those great idea champion presentations. I mean, that's impressive. I mean, I don't know if everyone can appreciate, Leslie and I and the other planners on staff can really appreciate that other cities just don't have active residents. They don't have people invested, and that's what's going to make this city. That's how we get a plan that's so big in scope done, is through this commitment that we've seen here with this process. So it's so exciting. It's so exciting to work with the city because of the energy that the citizens bring to these processes. So thank you so much. So what we're going to do is we have a little certificate for you. So I'm going to call everyone's name. So come up. We're going to take a picture. You're going to smile. And you're going to like it. And we're going to clap for everybody. Help me. Brian and George are going to help me. Again. So chew your bites. And this is in alphabetical order, your warning. So Christina Barnes. Estelle. Estelle Benjamin. Oh, I'm sorry. He's not here, is he?
Who?
Ben Easy. You're fine.
We have to say something about Peter. He started coming to council meetings. We kept seeing this man in the seat. We said, is he retarded? And none of us knew. Finally, I don't know how many meetings later, we said, oh, we have to ask him who he is. So, and look what you've come from the meeting to this. Great.
It's just an accident.
Yeah.
Brandon Hampton. Phyllis Hartwick. Ted Ingles. Jeffrey Lacey. Stephen. Stephen Kirk.
Steven?
Sherry Lee. Karen Lozano. Kathleen Maloney. Dave Moriucci. Mark Pelletier. Deb's not here tonight. Todd Tucker.
Exactly right.
Tony Wadowski.
That's a smear campaign.
David Wilson. Gary Wilson. And then our vice chair, Brandon Green. And last but not least, our chairman.
And they came up and said, no.
Yeah, mommy.
I never saw it.
Sorry, Deb's going to do audio, so I'm just going to get her.
I think they just had is what I read. Is that correct?
Right, just before we get to votes, I do want to remind you, we talked about creating those priorities. You know, you guys have worked 18 months talking about the city, so now you're really expert in the needs of the community and how to reach that vision. So I have all the objectives listed up there like we talked about, and right there I have those stickers with the 1, 2, 3. So before you leave tonight, make sure you pick the first, second, and third priority objectives you think we need to focus on to achieve the vision. And like we talked about, it's not going to go into the plan itself. Sorry. But we're going to create a memo to council so that they can consider that information as they update the strategic action plan. So they kind of have a recommendation from the plan committee of, you know, this is our vision of what we need to focus on to help us achieve our vision. So we'll pass that information along, like we talked about. So just sometime after the meeting, make sure you do that. All right.
Mommy.
I just had the extra mile for me. Right.
How do you like it?
One
of the things is, we were just wondering, is there anyone that wants to say anything now about the process or the plan before the vote today? Were there any statements that anyone would like to make? Feel free. Go for it. Thank you.
I just want to thank VersaFirst leadership and Katie's, because without that, I don't think we as a committee would have been able to arrive at something. It was so creatively done, and I just look forward to every meeting because I knew it was organized and we were going to meet our objectives and everything. I just think Kate is a tremendous
Anybody else with any comments they want to make about the plan or the process? Don't compliment us. We'll be passing out the fives in the hallway now. But does anybody want to say anything more before we go forward or give any messages to the council now that we have their ear about the plan? Go for it.
Last thing I'd like to say is we've come a long way, but the work's not done. I hate to say it, but now we have to get the vote out. And again, I just want to reiterate, I'm open to help any of the committee members if you want to go to your own HOA meetings and present the draft and tell them, HOAs like it when they find out one of their own residents was involved in planning their future in the city. So if we can, over the next few months, make some of those meetings and encourage the people to get out and vote in favor of the plan, I think that'll be a good way to finish off a long, hard fight. So thank you very much.
Anyone else? Okay, so Chuck, I think we're going to turn it back over to you to
Move on to the second business item. You'll need to call for a motion.
Let me.
You want to come up here? Maybe?
You want me to?
Yeah, get the microphone up here.
All right.
It's good to get it up.
Okay. Do you want me to describe what the vote's on? Or-
Yeah. What we're requesting.
Okay. We'd like to take a vote now of the Goodyear 2025 general plan. And do I hear a motion to vote in favor of accepting the plan as we drafted? Peter Fine? And seconded by Steve? Correct.
So the motion, would you, the motion then?
Yeah. Approve the draft Goodyear 2025 general plan and forward the plan document to the Planning and Zoning Commission for review and a formal recommendation to the City Council for adoption. That's what we're voting on, okay?
Motion by
Motion.
Klein, seconded by
Steve? Yep. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
There's cake in the bags, and don't forget your dot. And you guys are officially, oh, Mayor, do you want to officially give the committee their send-off, let them know they're done?
Well, if you want to adjourn the meeting.
No.
I have stuff for after.
Okay, so you want to,
This meeting is adjourned.
Don't forget your meeting in a bag.
What are these tickets for?
And have a little thank you gift from me to everyone, and I stopped